Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and apologies for not editing out that previous part in the other video today where I was clapping and drinking in between takes of Cull Obsidian. Yeah, I just forgot. It was late at night and I was pretty tired. Now, Odin. We're going to talk about Odin today, and specifically, I was playing him incorrectly, especially when it comes to PvP. So I'm going to show you guys that even at level 60, I really do think that Odin will be a problem for PvP. I mean, I'll show you at level 60, and I think he's going to be a problem once more players get him to level 70, more players get him to tier 3. Because, take a look here. We've got an iframe on 5, okay, which you can sit through. You can just sit through this whole iframe. See? Long iframe. Okay, on top of that, I was misunderstanding his fourth skill. It's an iframe at the beginning. It's a complete iframe at the beginning. He takes his time, and then he pulls his sword out of the ground, and then it's not an iframe at the end. But essentially what you can do is you can just sit in the 5th skill iframe, and then you can just swap to the 4th skill iframe. And then you can just swap to the 5th skill iframe, and I'm not kidding, you can essentially just chain 5 and 4. You may have to splash in a little bit of 3 for damage and for the heal and for the accumulation, because it's really strong. It's accumulation of damage dealt, which means that it's going to ramp your damage up significantly. But he's got very, very good damage, and you can see very low cooldowns. You got 18 seconds here, which is only 9 seconds with max cooldown, and then you've got 15 seconds here. 15 seconds is especially important because that's just really short. It's 7.5 seconds, and with these long animations on 5 and 4, it really eats up the time in between these skills, right? So he is really going to cause a headache, on top of the fact that he has high priority on his iframes. Now, this is not something that I've talked about lately in videos. I used to talk about this a lot more, but essentially, when 2 iframe skills from 2 different characters get cast at the same time, you obviously have to calculate attack speed, because attack speed is how quickly the animation gets played, but you also have to consider priority, because when both characters are at 130% attack speed, some iframes just cancel other iframes. The best example, and the one you've probably seen the most of, is Jean Grey's 5th skill. Jean Grey's 5th skill is an extremely high priority iframe, where it's almost as if you think you cast your iframe just a little bit before hers, and she interrupts yours. And she stops your iframe, and then she iframes. And then you can't do anything because then she's iframing, right? Unless you have iframe ignore. So this is probably one of the best examples in the game. Thanos' 4th skill is another very, very, very high priority iframe that will often interrupt your iframes. If there's a very small gap in between your iframe, somewhere in the middle, let's say Quicksilver's 4th skill, oftentimes an AI Thanos will interrupt that with his 4th skill because it's just so fast and the priority on the skill is just so high. We don't know precisely, right? We can't say with 100% accuracy what the priority of iframe skills are and what the priority of skills are, but I can, from playing with a character enough, you can sort of start to tell if they have low or high priority iframes, if they interrupt, or if they constantly get their skills off. For example, Silver Surfer with his old 4th skill and old 5th skills, he had very low priority, so he would very often get interrupted and just end up doing nothing. The skill would go on cooldown, but you would get no animation, no damage, no buff, nothing. They fixed that a little bit with his uniform, and I think with Odin, 5 and 4 are both extremely high priority iframes. So we're going to go in with this team here. He's level 60, so he's got very low HP. You can see 33,000 HP. I did go ahead and awaken or amplify all of his Uru slots, but I didn't swap around any of his Uru, so it's all the same there. I did also re-roll him to Power of Angry Hulk. He had Overdrive. I think Power of Angry Hulk is more important for the attack speed, and then he's still got a Guard Break crit damage 5-second proc. So this is like the free-to-play version of a CTP of Authority without the accumulation, and we still have the uniform at Heroic with most of the relevant stats capped. But here we're going to use Taskmaster and Mystique because they both are going to bump up his damage, but keep in mind he does have enough damage. We're actually going to go down to Platinum. He does have enough damage to kill people at tier 2, which is pretty scary. I want to find a team here without Jean in the front with Thanos as well. Maybe we can't find that team. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of Silver Surfers. The difference between Vibranium and Platinum is not that much. There's not much of a difference between those, but we can't find what we really want. Let's try this guy here, and we will see what happens. Now we might lose. I'm gonna cut once Odin dies, but I'll show you what happens if we can actually get things to to go our way, so to speak. So we're going to do the 4 iframe, and then we're going to chain it into the 5 iframe, and then we're going to chain it into the 4 iframe. Oh, we got interrupted there. 5 iframe, and she's dead. Now, I actually can't cancel out of this. I have 4 iframe. Oh. 5 iframe. 4 iframe. Wow. There you go. She's dead. And now we're dead, I think. I don't know. Interrupt him. Then interrupt him again. And he's dead. Look at this. This is a really good showing. This is a really good first showing here. Oh, and then I got killed by Colossus. That's so good. That is so good. Okay, we're gonna create a little clone here. Oh, he interrupted my... Okay, I just got bodied by Colossus there at the end. Yeah, okay, it's so funny. Dude, the chronicles of the chronicles of God Colossus continue. Colossus is hands down the best character in the game. Now, one enemy that I think Odin is going to have problems with is Silver Surfer, because you're chaining iframes, and as we know, iframes against Silver Surfer is a punishable offense, right? He uses his third skill, this one right here, and he punishes you. But let's see if we can do enough damage before he does that with the 5-4 combo. Yup. So I just killed a 200,000 HP Silver Surfer with the 5-4 combo on a level 60 Odin without a damage proc. Think about that. I'm gonna try this again, and there you go. Now, if you notice, there was something raining down. Okay, we didn't have enough HP there to survive between 2 and going back to 5. But if you notice, there are meteors that rain down. Yeah, okay. There are meteors that rain down on Odin's 5th skill if you let the skill cast. Now, you're gonna have to play carefully, especially against characters like Phylavel, Silver Surfer, Destroyer, who's made by Odin. You're gonna have to play very carefully against those characters because of the reflect. That skill is persistent with those meteors raining down, and so you are going to kill yourself to reflect if Silver Surfer spawns again. And you actually saw me take when he revives. You actually saw me take some damage there when he revives. It's like about 11,000 damage because of that. Now here, this is a little bit tougher. He already did his 3rd skill once. Odin's a bit slow as well, movement speed wise, as you can tell. He's a bit slow to get away from Silver Surfer. Let's see if we can get the kill here. Boom. But see, look, we're gonna take damage here and probably die. Yeah, see there, we took a lot of damage. But Odin's damage is so high. Look at that. We're gonna try to use the 3rd skill. Ah, okay. Tier 2, level 60. Hello? Hello? Are you serious? I can't. Yeah, listen, my Mystique and my Taskmaster are not built for this. They're not built for this. So this is purely an Odin showcase. But look how good he is at level 60. Right? I'm just fighting these random teams. I assume let's try against a Blast Jean Grey. He's going to be a serious problem. At level 70, built for PvP, he's going to be a serious problem with enough HP. And then if he gets tier 3, when people get him to tier 3, he's going to be a serious problem. Like, look at that. His 5th skill alone almost one-shotted. I'm going to die here to reflect, 100%. Yeah. There, I just died to reflect. So that is something you're definitely going to have to play around. As Odin, you're going to have to play around that reflect threat. And you're going to have to... we got a kill there. You're going to have to be very careful. And we're dead. Okay, fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is Odin killed Silver Surfer. And if I didn't die to reflect... So what you can do, if you're kind of wondering now, oh, Carl, let's fight Carl. What you can do to negate the reflect damage is to cancel the 5th skill sooner. It's a bit trickier. I'm not used to it yet. I haven't had enough time to practice, but you can cancel the 5th skill to get... okay. See, that's why Silver Surfer, I think, is the biggest threat to Odin. Because if you don't get your combo off fast enough, he just... Okay, sure. She just exploded into 1,000 tiny little pieces. If you don't get your combo off fast enough, he just uses the iframe ignore again on you. So you really have to first you have to bait Silver Surfer into using his iframe ignore skill like this. But see here, this Silver Surfer, of course, Carl's Silver Surfer is the most suspect one in the world, doing all these strange rotations and making it as difficult as possible for you to actually do anything. Here, I believe, because of how long we're taking, this Silver Surfer is going to get his tier 3 skill off. So this should be pretty amazing to see what happens here with this. There he uses third skill again. We're still... there's the tier 3. Yeah. And he just killed me. Okay, yeah. Let's try one more team here. This is going to be Jean Grey lead with Thanos and Colossus. Let's see if we can showcase... Okay, yeah, she's going to die. I wanted to have Odin come in second rather than third. Okay, let's see what happens here. See, look at the iframe. See, look at the iframe. See, he just dominates Jean. The iframe priority on 5 is just amazing. And 4, actually. Look at that. Look at that. Tier 2. Just completely wrecking it. Interrupts Thanos. Oh, I got interrupted there. I haven't seen that in a while. Thanos interrupted me, so maybe one of Thanos' iframes is a priority over Odin's, not sure. But killed Jean easily at level 60, and then was able to almost kill Thanos before I got interrupted there. So yeah, I think Odin is going to become a huge problem and a huge part of the meta when he finally gets, you know, a higher standing in terms of the number of players using him. Right, that's the way it goes. It sort of ramps up. You know, not everyone has the character unlocked. All on top of people not having his uniform, on top of people not having his potential. He's not going to outperform most characters at level 60, so people are not going to put him on their team. But once they get him to level 70, once they get his gears up to 25 and they sort of build him out, Odin's blessings, you know, 5-star, 6-star HP, Urus and stuff like that, and they get his uniform mythic, however long that takes, it could take weeks, months, because he's a very expensive character, but he will definitely have a place in the meta, and it'll be definitely annoying, very annoying to fight against him, and tricky, because when that 5-4 combo hits, if you don't have iframe ignore, you are in trouble. So maybe even Black Widow could stand up to the mighty Odin, which should be interesting to see. Maybe some counter plays once there's more tier 3 Odins out in the wild for us to fight against. So let me know what you think of Odin, that 5-4 combo. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.